Okay, so we're here once again in Mining Simulator 2, and today we are going to go over how to hatch secret pets in the game. Now obviously it is very difficult to hatch secret pets. The easiest chance for one to be hatched is 1 in 1 million, and I think the hardest one right now is 1 in 2 million, so obviously not the easiest thing in the world. However, I'm still going to go over some different ways that you can use to hatch secret pets to make it a little bit easier, as well as even some free to play tips as well on top of that as well. So let's just get straight into it. So first thing we're going to do is basically show off where you can actually find the secrets from. So if you come up here into the index like so and open up the index, if you go down and scroll through the eggs, you can see basically all the different rarities. As you can see with the red question marks, it's obviously a rare. Purple are the epics, these little rainbow ones are obviously all the legendaries, and if you keep scrolling down until you find some of the secret ones, as you can see here, it literally just says secret in big orange and yellow text right down here, and that's basically how you know there's a secret in that egg. So obviously, as you can see, the underworld egg currently has a secret in it, the crystal egg also has a secret in it, and the cyborg egg also has a secret in it with a giant robot. Obviously, as you can see, the nebula egg, the slime egg, the space egg don't have any secrets in them, so make sure you are definitely looking out for where these secrets are, so you're not wasting any time hatching on eggs that don't actually have secrets in them. Now, one thing to note is that most of the time, every time an update comes out, it will most likely be in the best egg, which does mean you will have to grind for quite a lot of currency. Now, obviously this is easier said than done, especially for the free-to-play players. So basically what I would recommend is just trying to unlock the new areas as quickly as you can. A lot of the time there might be a hole dug down from someone who has been already playing as well, and if not, maybe just ask around, see if a higher up player can just dig you all the way down. Most of the time they will, and if not, they might just be AFK, but still, just make sure you are getting down to the best area so you can unlock the egg straight away. And then on top of that, just try and mine as many ores as you can to get as much currency, start hatching the egg, get some like epics and stuff, or some rares, make them shiny, just so then you can have a really good team. Now, as you can see right now, I've gotten a very good team in terms of the space coins. Obviously I have a lot of shiny tetra cubes and a lot of shiny comets, and obviously the 2 giant robots as well. However, still, I do believe the glitches will be more than enough, especially like the shiny glitches and stuff, and even realistically the shiny epics out of these will probably be quite a lot, just to basically be able to grind up to the egg. Now, what I would recommend as well is grinding a lot of currency, because the next tip is basically AFK hatching. Now, obviously, again, it's easier said than done. If you have a PC, it's a lot easier than it is on mobile. Obviously, a lot of mobiles don't exactly have an auto clicker to use, so if you do get to use an auto clicker on mobile, then I would recommend using it, but I wouldn't recommend using it for a long time, because obviously mobiles aren't exactly made to be on for 8 hours straight. But if you have a decent PC that doesn't exactly overheat really quickly, then I would recommend overnighting on an egg. Now, I do this more or less every single night, just basically coming up to this egg over here and then just hatching away really easy. And obviously then overnight I'm going to get quite a lot of eggs hatched. I'll get around 40,000, especially with the fast hatch and the triple hatch. And as you can see right now, I have over nearly 700,000 eggs. Now obviously if you do only have the single hatch, I would 100% recommend maybe getting some alt accounts, just so then you can hatch more eggs while still obviously then being free to play. Now again, if you do have a really good PC, you can get more alt accounts on. However, if you only have like a really bad PC, you might only be able to get 1 or 2 accounts on. But still, if you can overnight the egg, it's definitely going to be really helpful, because still on top of that, you're going to get quite a lot of legendaries as well, especially like glitches and cyber comets, which will be really helpful. So I would definitely recommend overnighting the egg, or at least AFKing the egg as long as possible. If you go to work or if you go to school, just kind of keep your PC on whilst you're there. Then when you come back, sometimes you might have disconnected, it happens to me quite a lot, but most of the time when you come back you'll still have a lot of legendaries, and then even still you will have a lot of eggs hatched, and you may even have a secret, which will be really good. So the more eggs you can hatch and the longer you can hatch for, the better chance you actually have of getting the secret. Now, another thing that I would recommend, obviously again it's not exactly easy to get a lot of Robux, but I would 100% recommend getting the triple hatch game pass, just because it makes it so much easier just to hatch as many eggs as possible. Now you guys might remember back to my first set of secret videos where I actually ended up hatching 2 Omega ones, and I didn't even have the lucky game pass, so you don't really need the luck game pass if you can hatch for a long amount of time with triple hatch. The luck game pass isn't really that necessary, but as you can see, I still got both of these Omega ones in 62,000 eggs for both of them, which was really lucky obviously, but still that is just because I was hatching a lot of eggs and using triple hatch. So if you can get triple hatch, I would 100% recommend it, and if you can't, again I'd go back to the the other tip of basically getting as many alt accounts on as you can, because then obviously if you do have 3 accounts running all at once, technically you've got triple hatch, so you know, it's just kind of a really good way of using it. So yeah, basically try and get triple hatch, if not get some alt accounts on, and yeah. Now obviously the easiest way to hatch secrets is getting triple hatch, getting the lucky pass and getting fast hatch. This way basically you are going to be hatching as fast as possible whilst hatching the most eggs at the same time. Now there is actually a little trick that I actually learned off of Luigi Owen. I will leave the link to the video down below. It's basically a way to actually hatch faster without hatching, without having any game passes and stuff. And basically what you do is you just kind of create a little bit of lag, and most of the time then once you hatch a legendary or something, like the egg will kind of like double up, and if you have an auto clicker and you start spamming that auto clicker on R or the triple hatch button, basically then you'll start instantly hatching basically. And it's a very similar way to basically like how I used to fast hatch, and a lot of players used to fast hatch in Science Simulator, if you guys did end up playing that at some point. But yeah, basically I'll leave that link down below in the comment section so you guys can go watch that fast hatch video. It's a really good tip, and I've been using it quite a lot. One thing though to note is that it will end up causing quite a lot of lag over time, because basically once you hatch some legendaries and stuff, it does start to lag out the game a little bit. And usually when I am AFK hatching, say for like 5 or 6 hours, once I've come back, the frame rate has dropped quite a lot and it does look very jittery and laggy, so I end up rejoining. So do keep that in mind. But yeah, basically it's a really good way again to hatch more eggs, and that way obviously the more eggs you're hatching, the better chance you have of getting a secret, which is really good. So basically, just to kind of cap off this whole video, what I'd recommend doing is always hatching the best egg, and to make sure you are getting obviously a lot of coins, go down to the best areas and just get as many of the ore as you can. Usually there will be someone who's dug out a hole and stuff, and obviously you do need to go down to the best areas anyways to unlock the eggs. Obviously if you don't have the cyber core, you don't have the cyborg egg, so make sure that you are going down all the way to the bottom areas to get the best eggs. Make sure you are as well checking index to see which of these eggs do have secrets in them. If you want to go for the easiest possible secret, go for the Omega one. I believe it is the easiest one at 1 in 1 million. I believe the Brilliant Gem is also 1 in 1 million. However, the Giant Robot is 1 in 2 million, but it is way stronger, so I'm not really too sure what you want to go for. Whether you are feeling lucky, I would definitely go for the Giant Robot just because it has better stats. On top of that as well, get alt accounts on if you can. I don't use alt accounts personally, just because I do like to stick with one account. Sometimes on other games I do use alt accounts, and it does really help quite a lot. However, right now I am only using one account, but basically make sure you are getting some alt accounts on, especially if you are free to play and you have a good PC, because that way then you're going to be hatching more eggs, obviously across more accounts, but still, technically it's a free way of getting fast hatch, or triple hatch even. So yeah, make sure you are doing that. If you can as well, make sure you do buy triple hatch, because it really does help. Because obviously the more eggs you hatch, the better chance you have of hatching something. The lucky pass again is a really good game pass. At first I didn't think it was that necessary, however since I did get it, I have obviously gotten a lot of more legendaries as well, and I have gotten quite a lot of shiny glitches, stuff like that. And painted items as well, really good as well if you do care about painted items from crates and stuff. And fast hatch, again I wouldn't say it's quite worth how much Robux it costs, however it is still really good. But again, one thing that you can do, if you do save up all of your gems and stuff, make sure you are getting the fast hatch gem enchant from in here. If we quickly go over to the gem enchant real quick, as you can see there is 5 levels to this, which basically means that you're hatching 25% faster, which is really good. And if you can save up all the coins to hatch a lot of eggs, I would definitely recommend getting that fast hatch gem enchant. Obviously the more eggs you hatch, the better. And on top of that as well, if you are just basically grinding through, just honestly make sure you are using that fast hatch trick from Luigi Owen. Again, the link will be in the description. Make sure you do watch that. But yeah, honestly, it's a very, very overpowered tip. I do use it from time to time, and it really does help, and I'm pretty sure it's a trick that every top player uses. If we quickly go over now to the overboard and have a quick look at the egg leaderboard real quick. There is a lot of people right now with over 1 million eggs, and they do use that trick just because you hatch so much more faster, and you hatch so many more eggs. I would basically say it's more or less 100% faster. As you can see, all these people here with over 1 million eggs definitely use this trick, and I would say even all these people here with 700,000 eggs still use that trick. So make sure you do go watch that video if you haven't already. But yeah, basically that's some tips on how to hatch secret pets. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.